Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike the intern, Ned Reynolds. It's Thursday. The Kansas City Chiefs are heading to Germany today, but before they do, they got a little addition to the team, didn't they?
They did indeed. This guy's a former Chief, Darius Harris, who came over from the practice squad of the Las Vegas Raiders. Harris was with the team last year, as a matter of fact, and the Chiefs let him go. As a matter of fact, he played in the Super Bowl and so forth and so on. Not a major contributor, but a guy who certainly provided depth, and that's what you're looking for at that level. Anyway, they did pick him up, and that leads you to believe that Willie Gay may not be able to play on Sunday. Now, Gay, to our knowledge, has not been added to the IR, but he does have a tailbone injury, and they can be very painful and very debilitating. So you have to think that he's not going to play. Don't know about Jerick McKinnon. He was held out of practice as well yesterday with a groin injury. But the fact of the matter remains that the Chiefs are in pretty good shape. Certainly, Patrick Mahomes is over that virus now. And indeed, the Chiefs will be taking off a little bit later on today for Frankfurt, Germany. They won't spend a whole lot of time over there, but they'll be there in time to play the game on Sunday.
And again, we will be at Coyote Sports Cafe on Glenstone. Doors open at 8. First 100 people through the door are going to get a bingo card. We're going to play Chiefs bingo. Came up with some really good squares. We got 10 prizes, so once those are gone, they're gone. But some really cool stuff from Fast Break Sports in there. Cave, Coyotes is giving us stuff. So
you also mentioned Bloody Mary.
I was saving the best for last because I know that you're a tough sell, and this is going to be off air. I'm gonna have to spend the next couple hours trying to sell them on getting there early, but I'll save you a seat, buddy. I hope you come watch the game with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, your thoughts on the passing of a legend, in my opinion.
Well, he certainly was. Bobby Knight, who passed away yesterday at the 83. He was in college at the same time, not the same school, but at the same time that I was. And a big name on some very, very good, some very good college basketball teams at Ohio State under Fred Taylor. They being Ohio State, won the national championship in 1960 with such great stars. Consensus All-American named Jerry Lucas, who was just a great player. And then another one who went on to fame not only in college but in the NBA with the Boston Celtics, John Havlicek. He was on those teams. Bobby Knight was the sixth man. There was another fellow on there, big forward named Mel Noel, who never really gained any great fame in the NBA, but another one who did off the bench named Larry Siegfried, who became a coach in the NBA as well as a scrappy little player, and then later a general manager. But that's over and above. Bob Knight was a sixth man on those teams. Thought he should have been starting, but it morphed into a championship. And they played for the championship again the next couple of years. Cincinnati beat them on a couple of occasions. Bobby Knight was a very, very, very good coach. The record speaks for itself. First coach ever to reach 900 career victories. He had any number of star players. Isaiah Thomas was an Indiana Hoosier. He developed them. Now, his tactics in developing those players, that was over and above, in my opinion. I don't know why the man was able to do it. He evidently couldn't control himself psychologically and had these violent temper tantrums and threw chairs and things like that. And it always gained great publicity because the media picked up on it. Was it part of his nature? I have to think that it was, but nonetheless, he was able to procure that and make that into a legacy over and above anybody else. Knight was known by everybody. He was a very good coach, later coached at Texas Tech, originally coached at Army, and I'm wondering now whether or not he picked up those tactics at Army. I don't think so, because the discipline that they teach at the military academy is not quite the same as what he was practicing, but he may have picked it up from Woody Hayes, who was the football coach at Ohio State back then. Nonetheless, a sad day, 83 years old. He had been in ill health for a number of years, but Bob Knight leaving us yesterday at the age of 83.
And I don't care who you are. I don't care what you know about college basketball. If you have been alive for at least 20 to 30 years, maybe more, obviously more, you've heard the name and you've definitely seen a video of him throwing something in some direction. So he will be missed Thursday. And as we sit here, baseball has a world champion.
They do indeed, and the season has come to an end. The Texas Rangers won it last night and win the series 4 games to 1 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. This is the most unusual victory. 5-0 is the final score. But right up until the start of the 7th inning, the Texas Rangers did not have a hit. Now remember, there's only ever been one no-hitter, and that was in 1956. The New York Yankees were able to establish that with Don Larson, the only World Series no-hitter. So here is Zach Gallen out on the hill for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and he's a no-hitter. Fans recognized it. They're up and carrying on. First batter up is Corey Seager, who's had a great year for the Rangers, had great years with the Dodgers. And he has 2 strikes on him, and the pitch is outside. He reaches it out. Now, he's a left-handed batter, so the infield is moved around towards second base, and he scratched it right through the third base bag. Just a little dribbler and a base hit, first hit of the game, and that opened the floodgates. The Rangers went on. They only scored 1 run in that inning, but went on to score 4 runs in the 9th inning and put it away. The Texas Rangers, Mike, were the better team. They should be the world champions, and they are. So the baseball season comes to an end, and now the wheeling and dealing begins.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy way to end the series, especially after those incredible championship series in both the American and National League. And then series was kind of like, meh. You know, it's kind of like a few years ago when the Chiefs-Bills game was considered the Super Bowl that season, and I guarantee you, and I don't want to speak for the Philadelphia fan base, but I guarantee you most of you think we would just beat these Arizona. There's no way the Rangers were going to beat us.
You're going to hear one, a chauvinistic one. I think the Philadelphia Phillies and the Texas Rangers would have been a much better series, but that's a personal viewpoint.
I agree. Well, maybe next time those Philly fans should stop yelling about the pitchers' moms in the bullpen. All right, who won the Missouri State Lady Bears exhibition game yesterday?
The other team,
Ooh,
Missouri Western State at Division II ball club. Now, they're a pretty good Division II ball club, number 25 in America, but they're not supposed to beat a D1 like the Lady Bears. They came down here and won it 67-59 over at the Great Southern Bank Arena. That's a bit of a surprise, and I think it does show everybody the Lady Bears have some work to do. Coach Beth Cunningham is a very good coach, and she'll get that team intact. They may not be together right now because there are some new players on the team, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. They being the Lady Bears, open the season next Monday night at Arkansas Little Rock, and UALR is a good ball club.
They are, and Lady Bears definitely have a target on their back wherever they go because they are good. So hopefully they can right the ship. But again, it's exhibition, and you never know what's going on.
Nope.
We do have some college football games of note tonight, don't we?
We do indeed. There are a couple of, I guess you'd call them Power 5 teams, but the runner-up to national champion last year, Texas Christian, is playing tonight. They're out in Lubbock, Texas to face Texas Tech, which should be a pretty good game.
Should be.
And in Durham, North Carolina, the Duke Blue Devils, who've been very good this year, are hosting Wake Forest, which was a Cinderella team last year. So that's a good game in the ACC. So, again, some pretty good college football on the agenda and some exhibition basketball coming up here in town tonight.
Yeah, we got that going on. We've got the Thursday night football games, Titans in Pittsburgh tonight, and we will be at Coyotes again this evening for Thursday night football, giving away a signed Chiefs jersey, so come see us starting at 7 o'clock for that. And then again, Chiefs game on Sunday. Ned, you have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.